Greetings, relative time and space. It's your host, TheAmariaShadow, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back once again to some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Give me a second. I'm trying to just share this around with people. Okay, let's try this again. Greetings, Trilogy in a time and space, your host, TheAmariaShadow, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back once again to some more of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We are playing Episode 2, The Stolen Turnabout. We are in Part 3 of Trials and Tribulations today. No My Hero Ultra Rumble for today, Saturn. We are playing Phoenix Wright today, so that is what we're going to be doing. So, without further ado, let's get started right away. Today's adventure. Let's see what's in store for us. Allons-y! October 13th, 3:02 p.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. This game looks like... It's a pretty solid game. You know, I'm glad we found the urn and all, but poor Mr. Delight got arrested again. Well, supposedly, Mr. Delight was in the CEO's office when the murder occurred. No way, Jose, I don't buy it. What on earth is a knot on the side of my leg? Ow! Well, the one who proved that Mr. Delight was there was Mr. Nick himself, at least from what I can understand. Looks like you did too good of a job this time, Nick. Well, how about we get started looking into the KB security murder? I think I'm going to head back to Korean Village for a little while, if that's alright. Sure, but why? I'm going to bring the second urn back and have some people take a look at it. Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll go with... No, Mr. Maya, you should stay here. Washington should have spent some special quality time together, full of love and happiness. Pearls was so caught up in her fantasy, she forgot there's a murder to solve. Take her and give it to Pearl. Now remember, no fighting, okay? She's gone. Okay, Nick, time to get going on this murder investigation. So, what do we do now? Isn't it obvious? We should get out there and investigate the murder. Someone got murdered? Yes! First, we need to find out exactly where KB Security is located. Hey, why don't we ask Miss Delight? She should know. Besides, I want to ask her some stuff about motorcycles. Motorcycles? You're not thinking of getting one, are you? I'm not the same little Maya who used to be happy with her sneaky little bike, Nicky boy. Speaking of asking around, I've got a few questions of my own for Mr. Delight. What? Okay, well, let's make sure to go to the detention center, too. You must be relieved we got the second urn back, huh? You bet. But there's something a little different about it. You like the little girl murder the person. No! Don't at me. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? I mean, take a look at this. It clearly says I am on the urn in the poster. But the urn we got back says Amy, like it always used to. Oh yeah, you're right. Plus, the vase has pink splotches on it now. I'm sure they weren't there before. Maya doesn't know, but 1 year ago, when the urn was broken, the repairer accidentally turned Mystic Amy's name into I am. And that repairer was one mechanically unscalable pearls. But still, I don't remember ever seeing pink splotches on it. Is it possible that urn is a fake? Sure, Pearls will find out about that once she gets back to Korean Village. Yeah, I suppose. Now that I think about it, Maya hasn't been back to Korean Village in a long time. So I guess people still go to Korean Village to do their training, right? Yep. If you want to become a spirit medium, you need to undergo severe training. So why haven't you been training lately, Maya? Well, lately I've been thinking of heading to a channeling dojo to do just that. A channeling dojo? Sounds pretty serious, whatever that is. If you're going to train, you have to be serious. Otherwise, real tragedies can happen. Is what happened last year still bothering you? That murder in our village, it happened because the power of channeling is misused. When a medium uses the Korean technique, she temporarily loses her own will. So when an especially strong spirit is summoned, the spirit medium can get taken over and even forced to commit terrible crimes. What's worse, in those cases, the spirit medium has no memory of what happened. That murder. It wasn't your fault, Maya. You know that, right? Don't you? I suppose not, but I guess I'm still a bit shaken up, that's all. It sounds like being the master of brain is going to be a heavy responsibility. October 13th, Mask-to-Mask Side Out. Oh, Nicky boy, Maya! Delight. All I wanted to do was help my dear Ronnie. Yeah, but I guess it ended up hurting his case. Maya is the murderer! No! Don't say that, Nick. She doesn't need your help beating herself up. Hey, Nicky boy, please help Ronnie. He's not a killer, I swear. My Ronnie wouldn't hurt a fly. Alright, I'll poke around and see what I can find out. Really? Are you serious? Oh, I'm so happy. I knew asking for your help was the right thing to do. I don't know what I can do to help anymore. I had no idea Mr. Light was had such a vulnerable side. Listen carefully, Mickey boy. My Ronnie would never, ever kill anyone. It's just not in him. I don't think he would either, Nick. Yeah, but you have to admit he's got a bit of a temper. It's not that hard to imagine him just snapping and screaming, "Please die!" He would never say that. Anyway, Mr. Light, he might not be a killer, but he's still going around saying that he's a thief. I already told you, that's just a fantasy for him. Mr. Light, I hate to say it, but you're the one living in a fantasy world. What? How dare you say that to me, Nicky boy? I know everything about my Ronnie. We don't have any secrets between us. Ronnie isn't a thieving type. He's so honest that he wouldn't even sneak a nap. He's so honest that he wouldn't even steal a glance. A thief. Ha! The very idea. I guess I just don't get it. Huh? Get what? I just can't understand how they can be so different and yet be such a happy couple. Yeah, they sure are different. Come on now, Nicky boy. It's not that mysterious, is it? It was love at first sight. For me, anyway. What? For you? I hate these kinds of people more than anything. You mean ace detectives? No, I'm fine with ace detectives. Oh, so then you must mean thieves. No, they're alright too. I just hate thieves that pretend to be ace detectives. There's nothing I hate more than cowardly men. By the way, why did you go to Detective Atmy's office anyway? Well, as the trial went on, I started to get more and more anxious. I went there to try to find out more about the real criminal. The real criminal? Yes, obviously the real Mask-to-Mask is not my Ronnie, right? Yeah? And Detective Atmy knew more about Mask-to-Mask than anyone else. He mentioned him on the Great People Around Town segment on TV. So then you went there to ask him some questions? That's right, I'll do whatever it takes to save my man. His secretary said the ace detective isn't in right now. I forced my way past her into his hideout. I wouldn't exactly call that office his hideout. That bag was sitting right there on top of the table. Oh yeah, we saw that bag there yesterday too. There's nothing lower than someone who would try to pin a crime on someone else. Mr. Light, do you know about KB security? This is so confusing. Don't be silly, of course I do. That's where my Ronnie works. So she thinks he still works there, huh? Please give some context. So right now we're trying to solve a case where a dude is calling himself a phantom thief, but he's not a phantom thief, and we've proven that he was at the scene of a murder at when a theft was going on, so we have to try and prove him innocent. And yet, according to what we heard today, come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron DeLight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. Ron quit. He doesn't work there anymore. It looks like Mr. Light doesn't know. KB Security is only about 20 minutes away, by motorcycle that is. Harry told me it takes 30 minutes by car. Well, I have to admit, I tend to fly pretty fast with my bike. If I get to KB Security that fast, are you sure you aren't literally flying? Why don't I give you a ride sometime? Or better yet, how about now? No, I'll pass, thanks. But why don't you just tell us where it is and we'll go ourselves? Haha, what a scaredy cat you are, Nick. Mr. Light told us the location of KB Security. Okay, let's head over there right away, Nick. So was it really love at first sight when you first met Mr. Delight? Well, maybe not at first sight, but Ronnie saved my life. Saved your life? I was at work one day when two robbers suddenly rushed in. Well, I'm not the kind to just curl into a little ball in a corner, so I fought back. But robbers? Yes, they took me hostage. I was so frightened. They were both carrying these huge knives, and I broke down into tears. Yeah, I would too if I were in that situation. Oh, I think I get it. Did Mr. Delight come running to save you? Yes, exactly. Remember, we looked so handsome in that guard uniform of his. He went right up to those two knife-wielding robbers and screamed in their face. Please stop it! He screamed. I could see the robber's faces turn pale. That high-pitched shriek of his does have a surprisingly strong effect on people. Then crying and swinging his arms like crazy, he attacked the two robbers. All by himself. He came to save me. A total stranger all by himself. He was so scared that he was crying and shaking, but he would still risk his life for me. Wow, that's a great story. Yes, he may not look it, but in a tough situation, there's no one better. That's why I fell in love with him like I did. That's so romantic. I'd fall in love too, I guess. Nick, I hope you'll do the same for me if I ever get taken hostage. But Maya, that possibility always seems to loom in the not-so-distant future. Never be caught lacking. October 13th, KB Security CEO's office. So I guess this is where it all went down, huh? The walls in here look thick, just like you'd expect at a CEO's office. What has that got to do with anything? Hey, it's you guys! Oh, it's Detective Gumshoe. Today was a real train wreck for you guys, huh? Sure was, pal. That prosecutor made real fools out of us. Yeah, I feel for you. Wow, that's not like you at all. I thought you'd be more like, oh, that was great! You guys got what you deserve, pal! Or something to that effect. Do I really sound like that to you, pal? If the gumshoe fits. Well, anyway, the point is I can tell when someone puts their heart into their jobs, and I can sympathize when things don't go your way. Sometimes I feel like wrong is the only way things go for us detectives. Wow, I had no idea Detective Gumshoe was such a nice guy. Now this little love fest is over. Maybe we can start investigating. Detective Gumshoe, tell us what you know about the murder. Okay, but the thing is, I'm really not supposed to. Hey, come on, what about how we put our hearts into our work? Things are really working against us right now, and we need help. Okay, I'll tell you. Just don't start crying on me, okay, pal? Okay, I won't cry on you, pal. The victim's name is Kane Bullock. He's the CEO of KB Security and a pretty big fella in his own right. His corpse was discovered at 9 o'clock this morning. The estimated time of death was 1 in the morning on October 12th. The cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head, probably an object in this room. It happened at exactly the same time that Master Mask was stealing the urn, huh? So why did it take almost an entire day to discover the body? There's a good explanation for that one. Bullet's body was stashed away inside that safe. Safe? Well, it is pretty big. Nobody had heard from him, and when they opened the safe this morning, out he came. Oh, so the body fell out. That white string must be the shape from when he fell out. I think we still need some more information about Mr. Pillar. Maybe you should start by getting the man's name right. So, what happened to Mask the Mask? He's at the detention center screaming like a madman. Investigate me again, he keeps yelling. Ah, no, I didn't mean him. He's not the real thief anyway, right? Oh, you mean that detective at me? Oh, that was great. That guy got what he deserved. Oh, now that's the detective I know and love. Think about it. Atme was always around when a calling card showed up, but he always mysteriously disappeared when the heist took place. I was hiding at the scene of the crime. Heh, yeah, right. That's the lamest thing I've ever heard. That's how you just knew he was the thief. I'll explain how he was able to retrieve the stolen item he keep bragging about. Yeah, he just did that to make himself look like a great detective, that's all. There's just one thing I can't figure out about his first heist. Hey, his nose so long. His first heist? Yeah, the Tear of Emanon case. There was a witness on that one. A witness? Here, I saved the newspaper clipping. Since the thief is already under arrest, you guys can keep it. Hey, this guard here. Haven't I seen him somewhere before? It's pretty small, so it's kind of hard to see, but now that she mentions it... Ooh, that prosecutor. I really don't like that guy. The way he used our own evidence to do that to Mr. Delight. Yeah, I think he did it that way just because he knew it hurt more. That's what my gut tells me anyway. So who is that job-addicted master maniac anyway? Prosecutor Godot? He's quite the enigma, huh? The thing is, pal, I never even heard of the guy before. Hello, Herlock Sholmes. Ha! Nice reference to your name. I love it. Oh, I missed that game. I never even heard of the guy before. He just showed up one day at the prosecutor's office. Came out of nowhere. That's right, he said this was his first case as a prosecutor. And it's true, according to the records anyway. But, no way he's an amateur. He's an Iceman in court, a maverick that gives me goosebumps. Goosebumps? You? Yeah, I knew something was off about him, so I asked around. Nobody would talk to me, they all just turned the other way. Poor Detective Gumshoe, I had no idea you were so unpopular. No, that's not what I meant. That Godot guy acts like he knows me and has a grudge against me. I get the feeling he's hiding some kind of dark secret. Alright, let's see. Let's get some more information on Kane Bullard. Detective Gumshoe, tell us more about Mr. Shane Bluebard. What? Kane Bullard! That's Kane Bullard, not Shane Bluebard, pal. Oh yeah, the victim in this case just doesn't make much of an impression on me. Well, you were the victim up until Mr. Bullard was found dead. Yeah, and his body wasn't discovered until this morning. Anyway, we don't have enough information yet. Can you help us out? Sorry, I'm actually a little confused myself. For some reason, I'm just blabbing like an idiot right now. Okay, Nick, now's my chance to get him more info about the victim, so hurry up and ask. Can you tell us some more about Mr. Bullard? He was the CEO of KB Security, right? What kind of company is it anyway? Well, the company basically sends security teams out to buildings to guard them. Mr. Bullard must have had the chance to learn a lot of secrets through this kind of work. Oh, and I don't know how to put this, but the guy was kind of a money grubber. Really? Me too, I just love money. I can't ever get enough. Please stop leaning in towards me like that. You aren't getting to my wallet. Anyway, it looks like he did some pretty shifty stuff to earn this million. Oh, so that's my problem. I need to be shiftier. Let me go already. Apparently he was involved in selling trade secrets between rival companies. Ooh, that's pretty dirty and underhanded. Yeah, oh, KB Security used to head security operations against Master Mask. What, really? Yeah, after screwing up so many times, the company's reputation really took a nosedive. So it really was Bullard who sent Ron the blackmail letter, huh? Check out this big, thick binder here. Leave the heavy lifting to me, Nick. Reading a file isn't exactly breaking work, just a little hard on the eyes. Ah! What did you find out, Nick? This file is not about any sort of security operations or anything. This huge file is all about Master Mask. It's filled with info on him. What? What kind of info? It's filled with incredibly detailed information about his methods at the crime scene. Hey, Nick, look at the last page. It's a list. Let's see. Tier of Emanon. 100,000. This looks like a list of all the treasures that Master Mask stole. So then 100,000 is the value of the stolen item? I don't know, that number sounds kind of low to me. I think I'd better secretly make a copy of this list. Ooh, there's a button here, let's see. Hey, cut it out! Don't press that! That was pretty funny. I never knew such a gumshoe could jump like that. What is that button, anyway? It's an emergency buzzer. It says it right here on the panel. Oops, you're right. It's written there. Nick, how many times have I told you to read the instructions first? This alarm's connected to the basement guard room. It's used to summon security up here. Really? Then it's possible on the night of the crime. Ooh, so when the CEO was attacked, do you think that maybe he pressed the buzzer? Yeah, I thought about that, so I asked around down there. But they said that the buzzer never went off that night. Also, we couldn't find any fingerprints on the buzzer. Mr. Bullard, the victim, wasn't wearing any gloves, by the way, just so you know. I think we better go and talk to that guard about this emergency buzzer. Oh, no! Don't tell me! Don't tell me that Larry was the guard. He probably wasn't even here! About this blackmail letter. Yeah, I've been thinking about a lot about that too, though. Why would Kane Bullard have been blackmailing Ron DeLight anyway? Well, Mr. DeLight used to work at KB Security, right? But what was it that made him quit? Nick, that's it. Maybe that's the same reason he's being blackmailed. Well, I'm in the middle of investigating that right now. Oh, alright. October 13th, KB Security Guard Office. Wow, this is really something else. For security guard office, it sure doesn't feel very secure. Baby security guard. Uh-oh, I just remembered Larry might be... Hey, Nick, what's up? Ugh, so he is here. Yo, how's it hanging, dude? And you got my sweet little Maya with you, too. Hi, Larry. Yeah, I was working my fingers to the bone. And in walks an angel. I've got no problems with a daytime date. It's all good. No, that's not what we're here for. We're investigating the Bullard murder case. Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? He's so hopelessly clueless. Well, if it's about the murder case, boy, have I got some good info for you. Really? What is it? Well, I don't mind sharing with my sweet little Maya, but Nick here is a different story. But Larry, I thought you two were old school buddies. That was then and this is now. So what's this good info you were talking about, Larry? Hey, I'm a guard, a pro. I can't just give away information for free. You want some bribe? I thought professionals were more, I don't know, honest? Can you talk to him, Maya? Larry, tell us already. What's the good info? Hey, I like that. This kid has got some cause. Okay, you really want to know? Yes, so tell me. Okay, so the thing is, Ron DeLight was an employee here. And naturally, since I'm a pro, I looked into his background. You follow me? Yes, you're a bro. I follow you. Go on. Well, 1 year ago, Ron DeLight was fired. And there was no warning at all. It just happened all of a sudden. I know this is a small company, but I think that was pretty awful. I guess he must have done something bad to have gotten fired like that. Like maybe skipping out of work to go pick up hot chicks or something? No, that's just you. So what is it like to be a part-time security guard? Let me tell you, it's tough. Well, you know me, I get by all right, I guess. First, I have to keep my eye on those monitors, all the time. Monitors? There are security cameras set in each room around the building. It's really hard. Sometimes I feel like my eyes are gonna fall out. Oh. If I see something suspicious, I have to contact one of their teams. What teams? The security teams for this company. They're supposedly the best in the business. And I'm no amateur either, so if it's something small, I don't bother calling them. So in other words, you basically watch TV screens all day long. You were in this office when the murder took place, weren't you? Well, why do you say that? It's just a part-time job for me, and I can't operate the equipment, and I'm dumb. Even if it is a part-time and you are dumb, you're still in charge of security here. Hey, give me a break. Don't try to put the whole thing on me. That's not fair, Nick. Huh? I don't think you can expect someone like him to take any responsibility. Anyway, the point is, you were here that night, right? Oh no, I knew something smelled bad, and it was the butts after all. Well, it's like I always say, that was then and this is now, okay? It looks like I'm going to have to break his psych locks after all. Larry.
Take that!
The night of the crime. On the night of the crime, were you working hard like you were supposed to? What? Huh? Of course I was! Why wouldn't I have been? But didn't you sneak out of work just yesterday and go see Mrs. Delight? Ace Attorney has this much content? Yes! But that was that, and this is this. Is there any chance that you snuck out of work last night too? Never! I didn't sneak out. I tell you what, I'll even bet you $1. $1? Wow, now that's confidence. What's with that drenched in the rain puppy look on your face? Do you have evidence that I left my position, or are you just pulling my chain? The evidence that Larry was not maintaining a station when the murder happened is... By the way, Phoenix's real name is Nick. My name is Nick. No! Phoenix's real name is Phoenix!
Take that!
This wallet. You know about this, right? I've never seen it before. Liar! You hand-delivered this wallet to Miss Delight just yesterday! Give me a break. You can't expect me to remember every little thing that happens. Well, I do expect you to remember something that happened just yesterday. What time was it when you found this wallet? I guess it was around 1 o'clock in the morning on the first floor of our company building. 1 o'clock in the morning? That's right. In other words, Larry, at the time of the murder, you were away from the security guard office. Ah! Yeah, but there's something you didn't think about. What's that? My shift that day didn't start until 10 p.m. The murderer might have snuck in before then. What do you mean by that? If the murderer had snuck in before 10 p.m., then it wasn't my fault. It was the fault of the guy whose shift was before mine. Why do I have the feeling that he still doesn't get the seriousness of this? Listen up, Larry. You know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the killer snuck into the CEO's office after 10 p.m. during your shift. Larry, When you use this key card, does it leave a record? Yeah, it does, but I can't show the record to just anyone, you know. That key card data was already made public in the trial today. What? I didn't know that! Any kind of request for info like that is supposed to go through me! Boy, does that sound a bit arrogant coming from a part-time guard. Anyway, according to the data, the door to the CEO's office was open with this card. Furthermore, it was most definitely used at 1 a.m., the time of the murder. No way! Yes, someone used this to get into the CEO's office. That happened at 1 a.m. on the night of the crime, right in the middle of your shift. Ugh, Larry, you can't duck your responsibility this time. No! Ooh, I knew it. It's all my fault. It's my fault that the boss was killed. My fault. Larry, there was nothing I could do. I have important issues to deal with too, man. It happened that night anyway. My Donna happened. Your Donna? I got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, my Donna called and said I have to talk to you right away. So I went to see her, and he was standing right there next to her. Who was? Her new boyfriend. It was like some horrible joke. Before I knew what was going on, the guy socked me right in the kisser. Normally I'm the one that does the punching. Isn't that right, Maya? Yeah. So is that why you left the security guard office? I'm sorry. It's all my fault. How could I ever make up for it, Nick? What can I do? What? He's curled up on the floor crying like a baby. Oh boy. Nick, is there anything I can do? Anything, just name it. I'll do whatever I have to do to make up for it. I swear I will. Larry. Hey Nick, as long as he's offering, why don't you show him the evidence we've got? She's right. Maybe we'll get at least one bit of useful information from him. Nick! The buzzer in the CEO's office is directly connected to his room, right? That's right! It's like my heart is connected to yours, Maya. Huh? Go ahead, Maya. Press the buzzer in your heart. I promise I'll come running to your rescue, like the professional guard I am. Wow, that was pretty good. Thanks, I tried. Do you think you could tell us about the buzzer now? Yes, please. Please tell us. Okay, I guess so. Prepare to be wowed. I accidentally pressed the buzzer earlier. Yeah, I heard it, so that was you, huh? You're a security guard, aren't you? Why didn't you come to the CEO's office? Well, this is the third floor of the basement. The CEO's office is on the first floor. I thought it would be a good idea to adopt the wait-and-see approach. Plus, there's the police detective here, right? I just didn't think it was necessary. It's as if he's trying to win an award for the laziest person on the planet. Let's get back to talking about the night of the murder, okay? Is it true that the buzzer didn't go off that night? There must be a record, right? You must have had a look at it, right? Of course I did, and I couldn't possibly have made a mistake either. Do you think you could take just one more look for me, pretty please? Oh, okay, I just can't say no to you, Maya. What do you think, Nick? You're probably right. What is it? What's wrong? I made a mistake! Huh? But how? It can't be. It's impossible. Okay, enough already. What about the records? That night, it went off just once in the morning at around 1 a.m. 1 a.m.? That's when the murder happened! Really? Are you serious? That's terrible. It can't be! October 13th, Borley Taylor, main exhibition hall. Treasure of Korean exhibit is all ruined now. Maya. I'm sorry, it's just so sad. This was our big chance for everyone to learn about spirit channeling. Maybe I could cheer her up somehow. Well, now that we've got the SEGA urn back, maybe they can reopen it. Really? Sure, maybe we can label it the Urn of Master Desire. That would probably attract a lot of attention. Whoa. Whoa, whoa! That's brilliant, Nick! We could clean up and be filthy rich! Woohoo! Wow, that was surprisingly easy. October 13th, Lorley Taylor, basement, warehouse. Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright. Miss Andrews. What's she still hanging around down here for? So, how's it going? What about the secret urn? The urn? Oh, that? It's been taken care of already. What do you mean? Oh, that? Taken care of? Do you mean it's been found? Yes. It was brought in during the trial today. Wow, really? You really are the greatest, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright had nothing to do with it. It was Master Mask's wife that found it. Well, anyway, I'm so relieved. I just heard all about it on the news. And that detective was actually the thief all along. It looks that way right now. It's my fault. I'm the one who ended up hiring the mask to guard the treasures. Don't blame yourself. You were just doing your job. Hey, Nick, if she wants to apologize, you should let her. So, when was it that you hired Detective Atme again? About 20 days ago. And when was it that Mask calling card arrived? That was about 10 days ago. So he sent a calling card to the very place he was hired to guard. I guess that's it then. Detective Atme must have really wanted the sacred urn after all. I guess so. What? So Master Mask murdered someone as well? Well, that's how things look right now. Yes, but I thought that he was here stealing the urn at the time. Well, we're talking about a criminal mastermind, so anything is possible. Nick, let's get down to business already. On the night of the theft, did you notice anything suspicious about Detective Atme? No, I couldn't have. After all, he was hidden the entire time. I never even caught a glimpse of him. He claims that's the way he always operates. That's just what he says so he can have an alibi while he commits the thefts himself. Yeah, he was caught in the crime scene photo dressed up as Master Mask pretty well. I'm so glad that you got your sacred urn back. Yes, but there's still something that bothers me about it. But what is it? I'm not exactly sure, but somehow the urn that came back seems different. Really? You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Miss Andrews? No, I don't know anything. But why would I? Cyclops! What do you think this means, Nick? It means the person that holds the secret to the mystery of the sacred urn is our very own Miss Andrews. October 13th, Detention Center, Visitors Room. Ah, Mr. Wright! Mr. Wright, did they finish their interrogation? Yes, but please don't leave me alone anymore. Mr. Wright, you lied to us before, didn't you? Well, you see, on the same night the sacred urn was stolen from Lord Taylor's department store, a blackmail letter you got summoned you to KB Security to hand over some money. And then, that's where the CEO, Kane Bullard, was murdered. But there's only one Ron Delight, am I right? The main question is, where were you that night? This time I want to hear the whole truth. Your life depends on it. Oh, okay. Mr. Delight, do you still insist that you are Master Mask? Isn't that what I've been saying since yesterday? That was a quick response. Tell me about it. To be honest, it's starting to get irritating. But listen, Mr. Delight, at the trial today, we learned the true identity of the thief, didn't we?
Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one myself. Here I am, the tragic clown.
I guess it's true. I wasn't the one who stole that urn. Of course not. After all, you were at KB Security at that time. So then, the person dressed up as Master Mask in this photo, it's gotta be Detective Atme. That night, you didn't go to Lord Taylor, you went to KB Security, right? Yes, I went to KB Security at the time. The blackmail note said I should. Alright, what happened next? Well, I used to work there, so I knew where the CEO's office was. I knocked, but there was no answer. So then I used the keycard to unlock the door. That's probably when he dropped his wallet. When I went into the CEO's office, someone was in there. Someone? And suddenly, they bashed me over the head. BAM! Was it Kane Bullard that hit you? I don't know. The person ran away while I was still stunned. When I came to my senses, the sight I saw left me speechless. The dead body of the CEO was right there in front of me. I thought I'd die myself. Anyway, I thought I should do something with his body. So that's why you put it in safe? Yes, that's right. I used to be the chief of one of the security teams, so I knew how to open it. Okay, and what did you do after that? Well, I got out of there for starters. I was the one who set up the security cameras in that building. so I knew how to avoid being spotted by them. Nick, all of a sudden, Mr. Delight kind of sounds like the murderer to me. Please don't say that. Delight, is it true that 1 year ago you were forced to quit KB security? How did you? I'm begging you, please don't tell Desi, please! Don't worry, we haven't told anyone yet. Whew, thank goodness. No, I mean, I suppose I'll have to tell her sometime. She'll find out eventually. Why have you been hiding it from her anyway? Desi would despise me if she ever found out I was living a life of crime. A criminal, a thief. She'd never forgive me. My marriage will be over. Knowing that, why did you become a thief in the first place? Because Desi spends money like it's water. There's no job in the world that can bring in enough money. Except being a thief, at least. That's what I thought anyway. So you became Master Mask for Desiree, huh? Hey! This is an article about my debut heist! Boy, that was a tough one. Before I knew it, they were hot on my trail. Master Mask. He must have gotten away, right? It says in the article that he disappeared. That's right, I got a sudden burst of inspiration. I hid my Master Mask costume in a nearby plastic bucket, and I quickly changed into my security guard uniform. Pretty clever, eh? Wow, awesome. Hey, hold the phone! The guard in this photo? Is this you, Mr. Delight? That's right, nice trick if I do say so myself. Nice and easy to figure out. Even Pearls could see through that in a heartbeat. As you might expect, Detective Atme found the disguise. He truly deserves the title of Ace Detective. Detective Atme found the Master Mask disguise? That's interesting. Yes, and I heard that he brought it home with him. But that's it. That's when Atme got his hands on this. Thanks to that, I got the chance to remake my costume. That must have been really time-consuming, huh? Yeah, it took quite a while to complete. Anyway, a few days after that, I received the first of the blackmail letters. The blackmail letters? You got them starting when? Tell me more, now! Hey, calm down. Don't get so worked up. This blackmail letter, is this the first one you got? No, of course not. But this is the first one that ever called me out to a specific location. So did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the TheAmariaShadow heist. That first letter, it said, I know you did it. So someone found out about your true identity. Just like that. It's not easy being a master thief, you know? I got proof that it was you, so give up, it went on to say. So in the end, I had to give up the treasure I went through all the trouble to steal. Is that right? Hey, hang on a second. What do you mean you had to give it up? Oh, don't worry. After I put the jewel in the safe deposit box the letter specified, someone sent me $10,000. No one said anything about me being worried, you know? After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. The plans? What are these plans you're talking about? They were instructions on how to steal a crown or painting or some other rare treasure. They showed security blind spots, escape routes, and even suggested training methods. So you mean that the one who planned the heist wasn't you? No, it wasn't. I only planned the very first one. After that, I received plans from some very kind person, incredibly detailed plans. Sounds like Mr. Delight is thankful to the person that was blackmailing him. So Ron Delight was Master Mask after all? But someone else is behind the thefts. Someone who planned them all out in detail. All I had to do was deposit the treasure that I stole into the safe deposit box. Then I just waited for the cash to come in the mail. Try not to look so gleeful about it. So you went after the sacred urn because of one of those plans too? Well, see, the truth is, I've never seen the urn. All I did was follow the instructions to steal what I was told to steal. Mr. Delight, is everything you've just told me the truth? Yes, but please don't tell Desi, okay? Ron, before we go, there's one more thing I want to ask you. Yes, but please don't hurt me. Mr. Kane Bullard, do you swear that it wasn't you who killed him? Yes, of course. I could never. I'm not lying. All I did was hide his body in this safe. But then I was afraid they discovered what I did, so I turned myself in yesterday. Why? Well, if the judge had ruled that I was guilty of robbery, then I'd have an alibi, right? I guess so. You're really clever, Mr. Delight. I guess I have no choice but to talk to Mr. Delight at his word. Mystic Maya! Hey! Pearly! I'm back! Hey, Pearl, so what have you been up to this whole time? The sacred urn, Mr. Nick. I took it back to Crane Village to have it examined. And what did you find out? Well, there's no need to worry. They said it's the real urn. Whew! That's a relief. I was really worried. But there's one small problem. Problem? These cute little pink splotches. They said that it's paint, and that they were put on the urn recently. Why are we talking about the pink splotches again? What's the big deal? What's the big deal? We've got to find out how they got there. That's the big deal. Yes, Mr. Nick. We got to find out how they got there. Okay. We'll go find out how they got there. Please don't forget about me. October 13th, Lorley Taylor Basement Warehouse. Oh, Pearl, how nice to see you. Hello there. Haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to? Well, actually, I was having this urn examined. Oh, I see. Maybe if we take another good look at this urn, we can figure out the mystery of what exactly happened, what actually happened here. Nick, let's look around one more time. This box, there's something about it that's bothering me. That's the box that the sacred urn was in. It looks like there's a big paint on it, too. And it's definitely the same color as the stuff in the urn. It looks like, to me, it's been dry for several days. There's something suspicious about this paint mark. The bottom left part of it is shaped oddly, and it's shockingly pink. Mr. Nick, could it be that this odd shape is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. Ah, that's the box the sacred urn was in. You look here, there's a little bit of paint on the box as well. Wow, you're right. Look, it matches. What is it, Mr. Nick? It's all turning out exactly as I thought it would. I think it's all starting to become clear. We're that much closer to solving the mystery of what happened to the urn.
Take that!
Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the sacred urn? Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit. The urn that was submitted before the court today is obviously not the same urn as before. Well, that's true. Maybe it isn't the same. It could be a fake. A fake? You're the one who said it wasn't the same, so that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence that the urn that was submitted at the trial was genuine? Sorry to break it to you, but the urn is the genuine article. Pearls went back to Crane Village and had it examined. Is that right? That's nice, but I don't see how... What she discovered was that the urn had been broken. Again. Did you say again? Yes, it was broken once a year ago, and now it looks like the same thing has happened, and quite recently, too. But recently? Are you saying that this urn was broken recently? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Why do you think it was broken recently? How do you know? This poster, it was made recently, right? Poster? Ah! The poster for the exhibit! At the time when this photo was taken, the urn said, I am on it. But now, for some mysterious reason, it says Amy. When the urn was fixed, the letters were transposed. I am? What does that even mean? I don't know anything about that. I wasn't even there when the photo for this poster was taken. That was a mistake. Now, tell me the truth. Ah! Wait! Or... Even if the urn was broken, I had nothing to do with it. Huh? Yes, that's it. It must have been one of the people at the photo shoot. They probably dropped it. I'm sure that's what happened. Looks like she's not going to give us the last Michael on photo either. Have any proof that the urn was broken here at Lorley Taylor?
Take that!
Oh, hello. Music! Why? Why? Hello! Shut up! iPad, please don't do that.
stretch for a second. Oh, Jesus. Hello, I got 2 notifications on Twitter. What's going on? Yeah, nothing important. Okay. Well, Miss Andrews, what is this supposed to mean? There's pink paint all over this urn. And there's pink paint all over the floor and walls of this basement warehouse. In other words, this urn was broken here. You can't weasel out of this one, Miss Andrews. But, uh-oh, she's trying to make her escape. But you could get pink paint anywhere. Well, there's none in my office, that's for sure. Well, there is in my room. Liar! And anyway, the paint on the urn and the paint on the floor. There's no proof that it's the same paint. Come on, this is getting ridiculous. The proof linking the paint on the urn to the paint on the floor is... It's the box!
Take that!
This box. The urn was stored in this, right? Yes, that's right. Well, there's pink paint on this box as well. Ah! I think you already know where I'm going with this, don't you? Yes, more or less. The paint on the floor has an odd shape imprinted in it, doesn't it? Yes. If you put this paint box into the impression in the paint, you see it fits perfectly. Which means this box was dropped right over there. And that is where the urn was broken. Your name does you justice, Mrs. Wright. I'm so sorry. I was the one who broke the urn. Boy, does that make me feel like some sort of evil school teacher. I'm a terrible person. Not only did I break it, but I tried to hide what I did. Well, that's not so hard to understand, is it, Pearly? No, not at all. I know just how she feels. It happened about 2 weeks ago. It was after the poster photo was taken on the same day the urn arrived here. I thought I put it away down here for safekeeping. I was carrying it in the box. When I tripped on a paint can, I lost my balance. The box I was carrying crashed to the ground. I heard a terrible noise, and I thought my heart was going to stop. Fearing the worst, I opened the lid of the box, and that's when it happened. The broken pieces of the urn fell out of the box and landed right in the paint. I was in shock, and let out a huge scream. I can totally see how that could have happened. Yeah, as clumsy as she is, I'm sure Maya understands. Well, I knew it was the most important treasure in all of Kurain Village, so I tried as hard as I could to fix it. Fortunately, the shards were pretty big. And that's what the I am got changed to Amy? I didn't know how it was originally written. Any sane person fixing it would have assumed it said Amy. Any sane person? Really? Oh, Pearls. She said she wasn't very good at spelling. Anyway, I put the urn into the storeroom, and no one had seen it since then. But there's something I don't get. When we first came here, I didn't see any paint stains. Well, that's because it was so ugly and embarrassing. I used the golden statue to cover it. The Amy face statue. Aha! The first time that we came down here, it was on the night that the sacred urn was stolen. By Mr. Nick, there were no paint marks on the walls or floor of the warehouse when we were here. Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime, around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. And I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I see. Now that makes perfect sense. But there's still one thing I find strange. What is it, Pearl? The day after the urn was stolen, we came here again. At that time, the statue had been moved and the paint was clearly visible. He's right about that. Well, Miss Andrews,
Huh? What? I don't know anything about that. I placed it there to cover the paint, so why would I move it again? Well then, who was it? Who would have done it, and why? On the day before the theft, the statue was definitely closer to the door. The next day, it was moved. But why? It looks like there's some connection between the SEGA urn and the murder case. But why? Why do you think so, Nick? Because that night, the real thief, Ron Delight, was at KB Security. So then why did another Master Mask show up here? A lot of different things are pointing to one undeniable fact. One undeniable fact? The murder trial is starting tomorrow, but it looks like that thief is going to be making another appearance. To be continued. And we shall end today's live stream here. So, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the live stream, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out Mother-Noroi's Twitch channel by clicking the link in the description below. Temporary Trilogy, me and my God, I believe you want to support it. And of course, don't forget to click that little bell button for you notified whenever I upload a video or live stream to my channel. And most importantly, if which is the last done, you do so, check it out in my playlist section. All my videos are there archived your entertainment, so you can watch the beginning of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy series, God of War, Batman Arkham Knight, and many, many more. Thank you all for watching. So, your host, TheAmariaShadow, saying along Z, and I'll see you for the next adventure. Goodbye, everyone!